So Mr. Thistle here, it's been a bit sad. So he, yesterday, was kind of a little bit off colour, a bit quiet. He didn't want to go out when everyone else came out to get the food in the morning. He's doing this kind of little swaying thing he's doing. And he was just being a bit quiet. He's kind of like maybe looking a bit uncomfortable. I hadn't seen him pass any feces. I kind of palpated his abdomen and it was a little kind of, just possibly a little bit tender. So then he had a wee. So I was happy that he wasn't crystals or stones. Hey baby. And then this morning I came down to check on him and again he didn't want his food and then he started head pressing. So he started literally putting his head in the corner and pressing it against the wall. So I called the vet straight in. They were really good. They came literally like within 30 minutes of me phoning them. They did his temperature. When I told him about the head pressing, he was like, oh, it might be meningitis. Because initially we were thinking it was some kind of colicky thing. Which is what I initially was thinking, is some kind of abdomen thing. Because it looks like he was kind of like slightly hunched and slightly guarding his abdomen, possibly slightly. And when I touched it this morning, he like ran off like I had done something horrendously bad to him. Even though all I did was palpate it a little bit to see if he was sore. So he had a temperature of 40.1, so it's very high for a goat. So, and he was like, yeah, with the symptoms I described as the head pressing. This is a good boy. He wasn't doing this earlier. He's actually seems to be perked up. So he had a temperature. So we've given him a really high dose of steroids. So basically a meningitis is the inflammation of the meninges, which is around your brain and your spinal cord. So he wasn't actually wobbling or anything, but quite often we get it in the dogs that come into work where they've got meningitis. And again, they generally respond to steroids. So he's had the steroid, he had that into his muscle. So he had a really high dose of that. And then he also had some antibiotics. So I need to repeat the antibiotics every day into his muscle for the next 5 days, which I've got injections to do that. Hey, he is normally the least cooperative of the goats, so he was definitely sick because he wasn't doing any of the stuff he was doing. He's the one that normally jumps up on the front of the house and all sorts. So he's actually, this is a little bit better for him at the moment. When I came down like an hour or so ago, he was still looking very much the same, kind of sat in the corner. I didn't really want to know, but this is actually good. He actually came over for attention. They told us to just put him in here on his own for most of the day, and with just some hay and some water, which he's got. I gave him a little treat earlier, which he did take. He made a bit of a meal of eating it, but he did take it. But this actually coming over for attention is a bit more like normal. Earlier he didn't want to know. He just ran away from me. That's probably because I held him to have his injections and his temperature taken. But this is a bit more like it. Hey, good boy. So he's also got a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, which obviously you can't give with the steroids, but he's told me to give that in 24 hours. So about 11 o'clock-ish tomorrow, good boy, to give that. And then hopefully that'll also help with his temperature. The meningitis will help with the inflammation, and then hopefully then the non-steroidal will then help after that. So his injection is really thick stuff. I've got to give 3 mils of it into his muscle. So I've got some really big thick needles to try and get that in. So Mummy's going to have to come and help me every day. So we've got everyday injection until Sunday till Sunday, and then hopefully he'll be doing a lot better. He expects, because it was only since yesterday, he's doing relatively well. He's not too bad. He expects him to look a lot better in 24 hours. This kind of business walking around a little bit, he's actually a bit better than he was. He was, the last couple of hours, just stood in the corner looking very sorry for himself and not looking like he really knew what was going on. So this actually is looking a bit better. So it's actually a bit sunny out at the moment. So these guys are actually out of the houses. There's a brown ball. Everyone else is having cuddles over there. They're both back in heat, so they're doing lots of mounting at the moment. So we've just got some stuff going on. But he just came over for a little bit of attention. So he's looking a tiny bit better. So we'll keep an eye on him. Fingers crossed he will be looking a little bit better. Good boy. It's afternoon sunshine. I thought I'd just show you the beautiful daffodils. They're coming up. Nice signs of spring. All the plants out here are doing good. The fishies are all hibernating in that corner still. But the pond's nice and clear, looking nice. I did give them, they kind of periodically being over 8 degrees and then under 8 degrees. So I've just been keeping an eye on them. But they've got some nice flowers coming out around here too. There's some buds on the all the fruit trees and stuff like that, so they're all looking nice. Got some little daffodil here. And we've got some more around here as well. We've got some tulips coming up and crocuses. So we've got some daffs here. One of them escaped and came outside. We've got some daffodils here. And then we've got some crocuses and the start of tulips. So we've got tulips here. We've got crocus here. Croci, I don't know how you say it. So even though we've got some, it's like the first day today, it's not been raining. It rained for maybe about a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, and then it's been good. The actual goats came out today. Not for very long, but they came out. And then, unfortunately, someone was delivering something next door, and they managed to cause a big dinge in our side of our garden, which was slightly not good. So we've got a tulip that's kind of underneath there. I don't know if that's going to come up. One there, it's looking a bit sad. And then crocus is over here. So some crocuses popped up here, and we've got some tulips coming through over here and around here. We've got a daffodil there. It has some primroses, and these are all looking good too. So the buddleia is looking nice, and we've got some buds coming up on these guys. So the fruit trees are all coming up nicely. Some of them are not looking quite as good as others, but so like this, I think that was the what's it called, goji berry. They're looking quite good. The quince are coming out. They're looking quite nice. We just need to do some mowing, but we haven't done any mowing at the moment after the winter period. But this is looking quite good. It's got some new growth. So yeah, but it's looking quite sunny down here. So I've just checked on little Thistle. He's looking a little bit brighter. He's led down in there. He's not kind of doing this funny stance he was doing earlier. And it's quite nice to see a bit of sunshine. So I'll see you later. So we just came out, and he was kind of shouting, which he doesn't normally do, but obviously I put everyone back in, and he has gone straight for his food, and he is eating at the moment really well with his sisters and his mum. So hey Frey. This is obviously the most he's like, and we went straight for his food, whereas last time he was kind of just wandering around. Went straight for it, and he's still scoffing. So happy days. So we'll see how he does with his injections for the next 5 days. But at the moment, he's definitely looking better than this morning and yesterday. So amazing. So just wanted to give you a quick update. So this is Mr. Man here, so Mr. Thistle. He is doing a lot better this morning. He's just had his further medications, so he's just had those now, little nettles here, and he's coming for attention. He's eating his food like normal. Still a tiny bit quieter than he would normally be. He's not jumped up on here like he would normally do. So he's still a little bit subdued, but obviously he's only just had his second dose of his antibiotics, and he needs those for another 5 days. Well, 5 days in total, so till Saturday. It is Wednesday now. So Freya's over there having some food, and he's come over for attention here. He's eaten lots of his dinner this morning. He was a bit silly for his injection, but other than that, he was all right. And he definitely is a lot brighter and a lot more like himself. Right here, baby. Good boy. Yes, is that nice? Is that nice? Is that nice? Good boy. Oh. There we go. Some scratches, hey? And he headbutted his sister yesterday, so he's definitely feeling a little bit better. Aren't you? You're back to headbutting, even though technically you should have a sore head. Aren't you? With your brain's inflamed, isn't it? You should have a sore head, and you still headbutted Bramble, bless her. Little Bramble who said that led down there eating. He came in last night and headbutted her out of the way, so he could have more of the food. But obviously keep an eye on him today. He's going to do another antibiotic tomorrow, every day until Saturday. But definitely doing a lot better, bless him. So I'll keep you updated and let you know how he's doing. He's not completely back, he's still a little bit quiet, but he's definitely not doing the kind of uncomfortable looking stance that he was doing, and he's definitely cooler. His ears feel a lot cooler than they were. So fingers crossed, he's turned a corner and he will continue to improve. So I'll let you know in the next video.